A good day to all of you. Our topic for today is about hospitality industry facilities, the ambience analysis. Okay, so as you have seen on the picture, what can you say about the hotel ambience? Okay, kindly observe everything that you can see on the picture and what are your feelings about the picture? What are your realization about the picture? And as you see the picture, do you also imagine the um, form of services and the products that they offer to guests? Okay. Okay. What are the roles of facilities in the hospitality industry? Facilities provides pleasure experience to guests. It also serves or gives attraction to guests. It provides a safe environment. This is very important, and this defines the industry, as well as the growth of hospitality enterprises and the industry. Of course, it gives business opportunity, return of investment, and that will result to revenue generation. Okay. The nature of facility layout and design. Facility layout is the physical arrangement of everything needed for the product or services that includes the machines, the personnel, the raw materials, and finished goods. There are different factors in determining layout and design. Of course, you need to consider the ease for future expansion. Okay? So if you want to design a facility, be sure that if you in the future have expansion, you can maximize the spaces that you have provided prior to the expansion. Okay? And then flow of movement. Very important to have a smooth flow operations within the layout that you have provided for the hotel or the restaurant that you will do. Okay? The materials handling, the output needs, the space utilization, the shipping and receiving, and the ease of communication and support. Also, the impact on employee morale and job satisfaction, the ease of communication support, the promotional value, of course, the safety. Okay. So all of those factors in determining layout and design are very important. As you as I have said a while ago, there are different factors, not only the design itself, but the effect or what are the effects of this design to every aspect of the job. Okay? Workplace environment is the design of the environment where workers will perform their tasks. This is as just important as providing them with the required space, tools, and equipment. The concepts of environmental from the field of human engineering, the design of human task and working environment. Also, workplace environment is about the design of human task and working environment, as said in the previous slides. This also maximizes the worker's output with the least amount of input. Okay. There are factors for workplace environment. We have first the comfort, the thermal comfort. But before that, let's go back to the different advantages of having a workplace environment which is very suitable for not only for the facility or the equipment, but as well as for the workers. So it says here that a environment should maximize a worker's output with the least amount of input, because everything is in its proper places. Everything is in accordance to the plan. So the workers may have a least time or may have a least effort compared to the working environment that is not designed properly. So if the working environment is designed in accordance to the plan and to have a operation, workers may offer just a minimum amount, or they have maximized the workers' output with the minimum amount of input. Meaning, workers will not exert too much effort because of the workplace environment is in its proper construction. Okay. It says also here that the design of human task and working environment is also what we call the workplace environment. Okay. So let's just go back to have a review. Workplace environment is also a concept of environmental from the field of human engineering. And also the design of the environment where workers will perform their tasks. And this is very important as well to provide with required space, tools, and equipment. The space should match what equipment to be used or tools to be used in order to maximize workers' potential with a minimum amount of input. Okay, so that's workplace environment. Okay, so if you reach those outputs, if you reach the outcome of having a workplace environment which gives workers a minimum amount of input, maximize their output. So meaning to say the workplace environment is suitable to provide smooth flow of operations to your establishment or to your hotel, okay, or restaurant. Okay, so now let's go back to the thermal comfort. One of the workplace environment factors. So most workers perform best in temperatures of 69 degrees, 73 degrees Fahrenheit, with the relative humidity should be between 40 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. The control of the workers' thermal environment is incorporated into the cooling and ventilating system of the building. Okay. For the lighting, this is determined visual effort needed to accomplish a particular task. Light sources are spaced and arranged in a manner that will illuminate the workplace uniformly without shadows or dark spots. Okay. For the color, this enhances the worker's feeling of well-being and consequently his work performance. The use of warm colors are discouraged for the general thinking of the workplace. Okay, so these are the colors of interior. So when you plan to have red color, so it creates mental reaction that inspire action and confidence. For the association, you have the fire, energy, strength, power, and love. And then for the mood, intensity, anger, excitement, and lust. For orange, so the reaction of your mind will be, this will stimulate appetite and activity. So association is cheerful, motion, and warmth. Then for the mood, impulsive, confidence. For yellow, for the mental reaction, it boosts communication. For association, warmth, joy, friendship, and socialization. For the mood, it creates friendly mood, happiness, and optimism. For green, the mental reaction, it relaxes mentally and physically. And then for the association, the nature, money, life, and growth. For the mood, it gives calm, happiness, lucky, and patience. Okay. For the blue color, for the mental reaction, it is calm and aids intuition. For the association, peace, softness, serenity, water, and cool. For the productive, calm, relax, and cold. For the purple color, it uplifts and encourages creativity. Okay. Association, luxury, fun, royal, music. For the mood, happiness, playfulness, productive. Okay, so it's up to you whether what color of your interior design you will put or in your establishment, or the representation of each and every color. So that's why as you observe in different restaurants and hotels, they have their colors or the interior design have these colors, no? Because they believe also with the expression of each color. Okay? Like ng inasal, red and green. No? So for association for the green, it provides money. Okay? And the association for red, it is has energy. Okay. So in your floor plan or layout design, okay, I would love to see different colors of your establishment, no? And your justification why you use those colors. Okay. Next is workplace environment fact. Blue and green, easier to the eyes, discouraged because of the reflective quality. So as you observe, visiting hotels and restaurants, there are few who uses or who use pure white colors. Red can be used for moving parts or other dangerous components. Green used for first aid equipment, and yellow for steps, landing, and platform to reduce. Okay. Okay. So for the noise, 50 decibels or less are recommended. Continuous exposure to high noise levels leads to short-tempered, quarrelsome, and dissatisfied workers. Okay. So what are the sources of noise? We have the impact noise, the gear noise, combustion noise, and magnetic noise. Okay. For the ventilation, necessary to remove smoke, odors, moisture, and the laden vapor, and to bring fresh air. It is recommended that cubic feet per minute of fresh air per square foot or floor space should be supplied for proper ventilation. The workplace environment factor, the ventilation. So as you observe the establishment here, okay, it is properly ventilated, so that the air can move inwards and outwards the place, for the air to properly circulate the place. So planning the atmosphere, the development of a successful design begins with a firm concept for the tourism and hospitality business facilities. You have to have an image before you can decide how to convey and promote that image. A restaurant that provides a pleasing ambience is more likely to attract customers in spending more time and money. So this is very true. So as we enter an establishment, okay, a restaurant or a hotel, okay, so this explanation is very true. Whenever we are entering an establishment, either a hotel, restaurant, fast food chain, casual restaurant, so we are looking, we first look on the interior or the design. So now the trend is, wow, it's very Instagrammable. So if the place is Instagrammable, so much more likely there are who will come into that place. There will be more customers, as they come to the establishment. They will spend more money, they will buy the products, and the employees will render their best services to them. First, stimulates through the business will be first stimulated through the ambience, or the interior, or the design of the establishment. Okay. A restaurant's environment refers to the things that make him or her feel welcome, comfortable, secure. So of course, today we are experiencing COVID-19 pandemic. We are looking if the restaurants or hotel that we are going into is safe, if they have this PPEs, if they have the simple alcohol, they have the barriers between tables, if they practice social distancing, if they have markers, or markings on the floor that states to have 6 feet apart, no? So those are some of our determinants if the place is safe, okay? Especially now that we have we are experiencing COVID-19 pandemic. Of course, the comfort, no? If we are going to be comfortable on that place, no? As we enter the place, if we can see the space are will give comfort to us, no? The chairs, the tables, no? We can move comfortably or not. No? So that's also factor to consider when entering an establishment. Okay. For the employee environment means a safe, comfortable, and productive workplace, okay, or work setting. So it's not only for the guests. The other important people to be secured within an establishment is of course the employees. No? So when employees can work comfortably and safe on that working environment, they will be more safe. There will be no accident, no, because the place is safe for them. The place is designed for them to have a smooth or efficient flow of movements within that area. Okay. Okay. Planning the atmosphere, working with the design team. This team must consist of these professionals. You need to have an architect with engineering, mechanical, electrical, and heating, ventilation, and air conditioning professional advisors. Okay. And then, of course, you need to have an interior designer, a kitchen designer, a food service consultant, a general contractor, with construction crew, okay, builders, plumbers, painters, electricians, roofers, and etc. So this should have, or these are the composition or the individuals needed in a design. Restaurant atmosphere awareness, creating comfort. So of course, you need to have or to consider our five senses. Okay, the vision, the touch, the sound, the smell, the taste, okay, the temperature, and then the motion. Temperature is for the our sense of touch, okay, as well as the motion. Okay, so motion is combination of the following, okay, or the above factors. Okay. Okay, some design mistakes, so inconsistent, too many people involved in decision-making process. Okay, the target market is forgotten, inadequate space between tables, patterns are overlooked, and poor lighting. Okay, as well as cluttered host, okay, station, okay, the poor lighting was stated already, bad carpet, confusing or cluttered floor plan, mixed message decorations, lack of directional signage, exposed service areas, and inconvenient bathroom doors. So these are some design mistakes that you need not to have in your establishment. Okay. Okay, why do we stay in a workplace, hotel? Kindly have observations about the pictures on the slides. Okay. What element do you think that is a significant or that is significantly a most influences customer satisfaction? So we have the spatial layout, the interior design, the color. Of course, this all provides customer satisfaction. Okay. As you assess yourselves, when going or planning to go to an establishment, you are going to think first if this establishment will suit your demands, or will influence you in going there. And as you go there, if this establishment really exceeds your expectation with this following elements. Okay? Okay, according to the result of the study of Muhammad Safiuddin Omar et al. 2015 about the relationship between restaurant and customer satisfaction in Shah Alam Arabic restaurant, Selangor. It was found that color is the element that is significantly and mostly influences customer satisfaction. Okay. So if the place has different colors that will catch your attention, customer's attention, definitely this place will have customers that will generate or that will be source of your income. Okay? Know your customer, know your concept, and give them what they both need. Okay? Keep it unified and work it all the senses. Modulate, don't be afraid of variety. Okay, so here you need to, of course, know your customer. No? And as you know your, of course, you will match your concept to the demands of your customers. Okay, so if you can give, if you are able to give the demand of your customer, then pursue what is your plan. But if you don't, if you can't provide what they need, better you can change your market, your target. Okay, so you need to match these two, both of this, no? And then modulate, unify it and work with all your senses, and then do not afraid to change, no? Or to have variety of components within your plan. Okay. Okay, for the climate, the ideal dining climate consists of between 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit and relative humidity of 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, slightly higher temperatures are preferred by women than men. Okay, higher priced operations will usually attract people who are accustomed to slightly higher temperatures. Okay, lower temperatures are usually preferred by people who are in active occupations. Fast food operations may want lower temperatures to keep the cost moved, thereby increasing turnover. In luxurious dining, higher temperatures will increase average check because customers want to linger. Customers are inclined to be more relaxed in higher temperatures. Okay. For the odor, people are often uncomfortable in odor-free surroundings. Pleasant odors can contribute to desired atmosphere. Odors must have to be controlled if blended with food. That's why in restaurants for the employees, they are not allowed to have strong perfume because the smell might mix on the food that they are preparing. Okay. Okay. For the sound, sounds are to play a passive role and should never attract attention. The design to create a balance between quiet and noise, not too noisy and not too quiet. Okay, so that's the balance between the sound when you are designing restaurant or hotel. Okay, sound may be considered to be a pressure wave and is compared to the ripples spreading out from a pebble drop in the water. Okay. The decibel. Okay, the measure of intensity of the sound is called decibel. 20 decibels is equivalent to which 60 decibels are formed through normal speaking voice. And then 100 decibels for undesirable noise. The control of noise is suppressing of sounds from the source and or reducing the amount of sounds. Acoustic walls and ceilings, carpet undercoats, those create sounds as well. Okay. For the lighting, proper lighting can achieve through dramatic effects and aid in the creation of the desired atmosphere. Best lighting for restaurants appears to be a combination of indirect, direct, and next is lighting can help correct special deficiencies and accentuating desirable areas. Okay, so first, low ceiling can be made to appear higher. If it is well lit, high ceiling will appear lower if they are dimly lit. Okay, bright lights for long walls in a narrow room will make it appear narrower. So when using bright lights will show better on dark walls. Illumination levels are higher if color is to be accented. Bright lights are placed above normal eye levels to minimize glaze. It is best to concentrate illumination on the seats and tables and on special design features and not on walls and ceilings. Bright lights create brisk especially in the fast service types of food facilities. It will increase turnover of customers. Bright lights are used for serving areas. Okay. For the lighting as well, dim lights are used for evening meals to attain higher average checks. Okay. For the colored lights must be coordinated with other colored objects and color schemes used in the room. Red colors will appear very dark under blue-green lights. Olive green colors look brown under yellow lights. The red lights flatter the complexions and enhance colors of fabrics, have good effects on most moods. Green and blue lights may be used for inanimate objects that serve as accent pieces. Use of ink, ivory, or amber lights is suggested for areas where skin tone is important as they warm and impart a friendly and inviting feeling. Can you observe the following in connection to lighting? So what are your feelings based on the picture posted on the slide, based on the light that they have in their establishment? Okay. So you can base your plan of the establishment that you want to put up. You can base here the data given here in this topic, ambience analysis, wherein you can incorporate every detail of the different factors affecting the ambience, specifically the light or the lighting that you want to have in the establishment. Okay. It is better to use tints of colors, pure color mix with white rather than strong hues. So you can, in creating your establishment or putting some designs or interiors, of course, you are the one to decide, but you need to consider as well the meaning of the colors that you will put into your facility if it matches your goal or your target, what you want to have, okay, or what you want to achieve, and if it also matches the target market that you focus on. Different generations. I know you all those generations, and if the focus of your establishment is to cater all those generations, what are your plan to have interior, or of course the lighting? What design are you going to create if you will focus on different generations, okay? Or if you want to focus on just one or two generations? Okay, so again, as stated on the explanation for the previous slide, that you need to consider your target market but you need also to match the concept that you formulated to your target market and then modulate it. No? Price it if it's necessary, no, or change it. Okay? Okay, how to measure light? Okay, the lumen is size unit of the measurement of the total amount of light. It's produced by a light source such as a bulb or tube. Okay. So the standardized unit for light is what we call the lumen or lumen. Okay? Okay, the luminous flux or the lumen, the luminous intensity or the candela, okay? The illuminance or the lux, okay? The candela per square meter. Okay. Okay, so in measuring light, deciding what you want to have in your establishment in connection to lighting. So for a warm feeling, no, if you want to have a warm feeling, uh, specific to lighting, okay, so you need to have 2,000 to 2,700 kilowatts, okay, of lights. And then 3,000 to 3,500 kilowatts, if you want to have neutral, okay, to 5,000, so 3,000 to 5,000 kilowatts. And then for cool feeling, you need to have 6,000 to 8,000, and then maximum of 10,000 kilowatts for cold. So as you can also see on the picture, you know, the lighter, it promotes cooler atmosphere for a lighter color of the light. And then for yellowish color of the light, it signifies warm temperature or warm temperature. Okay? Okay. So the Philippine standards for hotels and similar establishments requires lighting requirements or have this lighting requirement. So all areas in the establishment shall be properly lighted, both natural and artificial. The following are the minimum standards of illumination that should be observed. Okay, so for the area, we have the hallways, exits, and landing, elevators, escalators, and dining room. It should have 5-foot candle or 50.8 lux for the lighting level. For the sleeping room, dressing room, supply room, lobby, locker room, bathroom, toilet, it should have 10-foot candle or 107.6 lux. For the kitchen, study room, storage room, should have 20-foot candle or 215.2 lux. And then supplemental illumination is room, writing rooms, bathroom mirror should have first for the kitchen, study room, storage room, 20-foot candle or 215.2 lux. Have the supplemental illumination in guest room, the writing rooms, bathrooms, or mirrors should have 30-foot candle or 322.8 lux, and then food display should have 50-foot candle or 538 lux. Okay, so that's according to Philippine standards for hotel and similar establishments. Okay, so for the another requirement, lighting shall be reasonably free from the glare and distributed to avoid shadow. The intensity of illumination shall be measured at a point of 76.20 centimeter or 30 inches above the floor. The level of illumination of other areas not otherwise mentioned shall be of such intensity as may be required by the local health offices concerned as recommended by the sanitary sanitation inspector. Okay. For the ventilation requirement, the natural and or mechanical ventilation which is effective and suitable for comfort and safety of guests, boarders, and personnel shall be provided in all areas of the establishment. When natural ventilation only is provided, window space shall be at least 10% of the floor area opening to a clear space. Windows shall be kept clean and in good repair condition. Okay. So now we are practicing this natural ventilation because of the COVID-19. So restaurants are opening, considering that they have this al fresco dining wherein they put up or they set up their tables and chairs outside their restaurant building. No? If the restaurant, this area for al fresco, they are allowed to open. But if they do not have spaces for al fresco dining, they are prohibited until April 31st or April 30th. Okay. So, but starting May 1 to 14, they are allowed, considering they have, if even though they do not go, but they need to have fewer percentage for their seating capacity. Okay. But if they have al fresco dining or their natural ventilation, they can operate because scientists believe that, or the doctors, practitioner, the specialists for COVID-19 uh, virus, um, with proper air ventilation, natural ventilation, or if the air circulates, the virus will not be hold into a specific area, wherein it can spread to people, to different people, but instead it will disappear on the on air, no? If the restaurant has proper or natural ventilation. Okay. Okay. In the effective natural ventilation, mechanical um, airflow. Mechanical ventilation with airflow from a clean area and discharge in such a manner as not to create nuisance shall be provided with the following. So, if you do not have natural ventilation, you can have this air conditioning units with 1.5 horsepower, air conditioner for every 50 cubic meter room volume, exhaust fan. Guest sleeping rooms provide a 25.4 cm diameter blower fan per 35 cubic meter room volume or minimum cubic meter per air per minute at 10 air changes per hour. For the storage room supply, this should have 15.24 centimeter diameter blower fan per 35 cubic meter volume or equivalent cubic meter of air per minute at 3 air changes per hour. For the kitchen, dining, and study room, provide a 25.4 centimeter diameter blower fan per 35 cubic meter air volume or equivalent in cubic meter of air per minute at 3 air changes per hour. For the bathrooms, provide a 15.24 centimeter diameter exhaust fan per 10 cubic meter volume or equivalent minimum cubic meter of air per minute at 3 air changes per hour. Mechanical exhaust system shall be connected to the light circuits of windows bathrooms. So these are the considerations or for the ventilation requirements. So you can also apply this to your study. Okay. For the air circulation in the room of the establishment shall be supplied through air inlets arranged so that the personnel and guest visitors are not subjected to air velocities exceeding 1.02 meter per second. Okay. For restaurant, individual lighting for each table is very effective, and it can be formed in the form of table lights or downlights or candles. Okay. For the lounge, different levels of needed for raving and relaxing side interest. And then for the receptions and bars, concentrated light on important pictures help to direct guests and add interest to display. A good design is linked to professionalism. The interior design of your space is a direct reflection of your company. Great design improves efficiencies, and it can significantly improve performance as it allows employees to carry out the roles easier and more effectively. Return on investment, good design has been associated with an increased turnover. The importance of ambience attributes in decision to visit a restaurant. Okay, so for atmosphere that is very welcoming and comfortable, it is mostly observed into quick service with 84%, fast casual 88.5%, mid-scale 0.5%, and casual dining 90.7%. Okay. Overall atmosphere and ambience inside the restaurant is pleasant. Quick service 79.9%, fast casual 85.4%, mid-scale 87.8%, and casual dining is 88%. So the source is Technomic survey of approximately 3,800 consumer per segment. Okay. Okay. For overall satisfaction, the rating on ambience attitude. So welcoming, comfortable atmosphere, very good, 98%, 98.4%. Good is 91.8%, neither good or bad, 70%, bad 42.2%, and very bad 31%. So this is based on the visitation or overall visit satisfaction. Overall atmosphere and ambience, so 98.4%, very good, good 92.6%, neither good or bad, 72.9%, bad is 45.6%, and very bad 5.4%. For the decor, okay, for the decor, 98.2%, good, 93.4%. So for the decor, very good is 98.2, and then the good, 93.4. Neither good or bad is 81.5%, bad is 58.5%, and then very bad, 48.7%. Okay. So based on the higher boxes, so we have here the mid-scale and casual dining. Okay? So they are the top two establishments that are visited. So they are rated or rated with this following scale. Okay, so we have 98.4 for the very good. So almost very good. Okay, so for the good of 31. So meaning to say 31%, 35.7. So meaning to say that most customers are satisfied in terms of the comfort, okay, the atmosphere, and the ambience and the decor. Okay. Okay. So here is an additional link about the topic ambience analysis. This was already given to you last week. Okay. Watch the video link for additional knowledge. These are the records. Okay, so that's it for the ambience analysis topic. Stay safe, everyone. I hope you learned something. Again, thank you very much, and God bless all of us.